Starting January 1st, taxis departing from Taipei Songshan Airport will be charging an additional 50 NT fee, meaning the taximeters will start at 135 NT.
The additional surcharge is intended to incentivize taxi drivers to service the airport, where taxi shortages are common at peak hours. Though the extra 50 NT could bring cabbies back, some fear it could drive passengers away from taking a taxi from the airport.
Travelers push their luggage after landing in the capital. To reduce the hassle, many choose to take a taxi home. Starting January 1st, riding a taxi from Taipei Songshan Airport will incur an additional 50 NT surcharge.
Of course, we will still come here to get passengers. But if we're making money elsewhere, we'll just stay there. We might only come in if we have an empty car.
Currently, about 1,400 cars are authorized to pick up passengers at Taipei Songshan Airport. But amid high costs and strong competition among cab companies in the city, only about 350 taxis regularly come to the airport. This has resulted in arrivals often not finding cabs to ride, and a lot of empty taxis waiting idle during off-peak hours. To encourage drivers to head to the airport, the regulatory body in charge of taxi rates has decided to reinstate a surcharge that has been dormant for 16 years. That means that starting 2024, the base fare for taxis at the airport will be 135 NT.
To a certain extent, it will affect interest in taking a taxi. But I also think that having the taxis lining up there comes at a cost. If I have the energy, I might walk out of the airport and flag down a taxi outside. There are a lot of travellers right now, and there might not be enough taxis at the airport. So we thought of incentives to get everyone to come back. We expect at least 30% of taxi drivers have come back, but there could be a drop of up to 20% in passengers.
Operators have already updated taximeters to start charging the additional fee starting January 1st, and signs have been put up to inform passengers. Originally, the 50 NT surcharge had been instated at several airports around Taiwan, where only cars of an age of 6 years or less were allowed to provide services. That included Kaohsiung International Airport and Taoyuan International Airport. But the opening of the high-speed rail in 2007 resulted in a drop of passengers for domestic air routes, which prompted Songshan Airport to suspend the fee for 16 years.
At peak hours or when the weather is bad, there aren't enough taxis to meet demand. So we hope that this measure will encourage more drivers to come back to the airport.
The increase in rates is hoped to bring more taxis to the airport, but whether the inflated prices will cause ridership to fall remains to be seen.